हाँ।
मेरी आवाज जा रही है क्या आप लोगों को?
Yes, sir. आप बोलो sir. Okay. I hope so. I am audible to everyone. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Anuj Kumar Mehta on behalf of EcoFast Agri Solution. I extend my warm welcome to all of you to day 5 of the Winter Nature Training Program, UNNAT KRISHI 2026. As we progress in this enriching journey, today's session holds a special importance with agriculture rapidly transforming through nanotechnology and bioinformatics. It has become essential to understand how these advancements can be effectively integrated into sustainable farming. Agriculture is undergoing a profound transformation with the rise of artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, and smart farming practices. It is essential for us to understand how these innovations can harness to build a greener and more resilient future. This evening, we'll explore how cutting edge science is just reshaping agriculture but redefining sustainability itself. It is my honor to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker, Dr. Rajiv Kumar. Dr. Kumar is a professor of agronomy and director of research School of Nanotechnology in Agriculture at JB Pant University, Pantnagar, Uttarakhand. He is a pioneer in integrating nanotechnology, precision farming, and sustainable agronomy. His groundbreaking research include eco-friendly fertilizer, ICT-driven farmer research linkage, and innovative nano-composite that enhance soil health, crop productivity, and biofortification. Dr. Kumar's contribution has been recognized nationally, internationally. He has guided numerous scholars, published extensively in high-impact journals, and received prestigious honors such as Young Scientist Award, Outstanding Scientist in Agronomy Award, and Faculty Excellence Award. Today, Dr. Kumar will share his visionary insight on how artificial intelligence and nanotechnology can help in sustainable farm agriculture, boosting productivity while safeguarding our natural resources. Dear participants, let us warm welcome with great warmth and respect Dr. Rajiv Kumar. Sir, the virtual stage is yours. Sir, kindly start your presentation, please.
Thank you, Dr. Mehta. Very nice introduction of mine. I'm very much thankful to you.
Thank you, sir.
And one more thing, uh, what will be the language? Hindi or English? Or both?
Both
Both.
participants are compatible in both languages, sir.
Okay. Okay.
And little bit high volume some
So I
participants.
think आप शेयर
Certainly,
करो मेरा मेरे से नहीं अब हो पा रहा है मेरा स्टूडेंट था कर गया था प्लीज शेयर माय स्लाइड
okay. Sir.
या मैं शेयर करूं आ गया शायद आप कर रहे हो
आपके एंड से हो रहा है सर उधर?
हाँ लग रहा हो जाएगा आ रहा उधर दिख रहा हेलो
यस
इज इट
सर.
विजिबल इज इट विजिबल
Yes, sir. It is visible.
ओके
Dear participants, is it visible to all of you?
आई थिंक इज इट
Yes, sir.
विजिबल
It is visible.
ओके so once again I am very much thankful to all of you first for organizer who invite me for this talk and for participant too. I am very much thankful to them for their patience for future 1 hour. So I'm with you for 1 hour and my topic is nano fertilizer concept and applications. So before I start my topic, before I come to my topic, I just want to share the science which is ruling the world nowadays. So there are three uh, science which is ruling the world: technological triad, and these three science are namely IT, BT, and NT. IT means information technology, BT means biotechnology, and NT means nanotechnology. And these three technology are making technological triad and now ruling the world science. So among these three, one is the nanotechnology, and nano fertilizer is the component of nanotechnology. If you see that their structure, information technology is totally virtual technology. Means the things running in the virtual, that is the resultant of information technology. If you talk about biotechnology, you can see the molecule with the help of ultra ultramicroscope, and molecular level study comes under biotechnology. Then the three new technology, that is nanotechnology, which is atomic level study. How different atom are involved. So nanotechnology is the much more complex as the biotechnology or information technology. And if you see that their size matter, information technology, you can see Biotechnology, you can see only with the help of electron microscope, and nanotechnology, you can only see with the help of different kind of instrument like transmission electron microscopy or scanning electron microscopy. And this is the resultant of science-based invention. Science is going through three steps. The earlier science was thought-based science. What was the thought-based science? For example, you can take the example of Copernicus. So Copernicus said the Earth is moving around the sun. Galileo is also saying the same thing. So they have no any tool to measure or standardize it is really so. The next step of science came thought plus tool based science. Means you have some, for example, fever. Measures fever with your hand, but thermometer will help you to assess the exact amount of fever. So the second step of science is thought plus tool based science. Now we are running in the era of tool based science. Means tool decide the nature of science. By invention of electron microscope, the microbiology or plant pathology. By invention of similarly by invention of scanning tunneling microscopy, the new nanotechnology. So in our whole talk, we will discuss nanotechnology three concept of nanotechnology, what are the nanofertilizer, and what are the my research findings on fertilizer. So my talk will be in three component. And first component technology. So what are the driver of nanotechnology? You see, this is a very important picture. And is it
Yes, sir.
okay? So you see, 1771 and 1800. This you can say this is the time duration where any new techniques and technology under research domain means inception of ideas, research is going on. So if you are alone, these are the period for research work on any technology. So 1771 to 1800 research work on textile technology was started, complete. Then 1800 to 1853 its rule over the world. Then after 1853 this technology time goes down and new research area was started which is related to road technology, and rail and road technology rule over the world during 1853 and 1913. Similarly, 1913 to 1969 automobile technology ruled the world, and 1969 and last year 2005, this was the era of computer technology. Now we are entering in nanotechnology will rule the world during 2005 of all the modern technology is coming now, like artificial intelligence, precision agriculture, etc., etc. So means the future of nanotechnology is very big. Now this is only technology of future which rule our whole world during 2025 to 2081. So this is the future of nanotechnology. Now, before going in detail, we must understand what is nano. Actually, nano is a Greek word. Nano is a Greek word made up from nano, NaNO, nano. अच्छा, आपकी ये ऑडियंस स्टूडेंट हैं या
All sir, student, PhDs, doctors.
सब thank you. So nano, it is a Greek word made up from nano, NaNO, which literal meaning of 1 nano. Then if you go for below 10 to power nano, you go for micro, no, and just why 1 to 100 nanometer? Why 1 to 100 nanometer? Why? Why not 1 to 1000 nanometer? Or why one not 1 to 10,000 nanometer? So the reason behind this, the impact, the quantum effect started with 1 nanometer and ended with the 100 nanometer of size. So this is the reason nanotechnology confined themselves between 1 to 100 nanometer. You see how if you are converting the same thing into the nano level, how their effect is changing. Suppose any material is having size in centimeter, this material is subjected to gravity, friction and combustion. Once you again reduce the size from centimeter to millimeter, electrical moment, electrical property add, means the material is same, but once you change the centimeter to millimeter, electrical property introduced in these materials. Now millimeter to micrometer, then along with electrical property, van der Waals property and Brownian moment will add same matter property. If the same matter reach to the micrometer in size, these two forces involved are exerted by the material. Then if you same material will be reduce its size up to nanometer, then beside electrical van der Waals and Brownian moment, quantum effect is also exerted by the material. And this is the essence of nano material or nano particles. Angstrom, because I say earlier, instrument or tool are responsible for the generation of new science. So at nowadays or presently, we are not able to see the material at angstrom level. So we cannot say what will happen if the same material go to the angstrom level, but it is assumed that quantum mechanics is the major driver once your material turns into the angstrom level. Then once you reduce the size of any material, its surface area, its area to work increase. For example, if this is the single same, suppose this is a chalk, you reduce its size, the one piece converted into your 8 piece. So your surface area would be 12 centimeters. The same piece, if you reduce in these number of pieces, your surface area will increase. So then second important thing with the nanomaterial with the surface area. Surface area increase in very big way. One more thing, while you are going to reduce the any material up to the nanoparticle, there are more atom comes on the surface to interact. You see this figure. If this figure, atoms lying beneath the outer surface, they are more or less functional. But once you are making a nanoparticle from them. Your atoms comes on the outer surface and it create more functionality to the particles. So every atoms get equal chance to show their reactivity. So this is the third parameter where nanoparticles or nanotechnology work. Then now I'm coming. My own topic, my major topic, that is nano fertilizer. All are agriculture background or anyone from not from agriculture background? हेलो हेलो
Yes, sir.
सभी एग्रीकल्चर बैकग्राउंड के हैं या एग्रीकल्चर बैकग्राउंड से नहीं है? कुछ लोग ऐसे भी
Many of them are from agriculture.
नहीं. मेनी मतलब मींस आई नीड टू टेक सम ग्लिम्स ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर बैकग्राउंड एग्रीकल्चर. ओके,
Yes.
नो इशू. So you know fertilizer. Fertilizer is a Latin word made up from fertilis, and the literal meaning of fertilizer is fruit bearing. And fertilizer is the material which supply the nutrient to the crop to fulfill their energy requirement. So nano fertilizer is a material which supply nutrient to the crop for fulfill their energy requirement, but the quantity would be very less. The same fertilizer once turned into nano fertilizer, it would be very less, but it fulfill the demand of plant. So nano fertilizer के तीन है. एक तो essential nutrient for plant growth है, higher use efficiency. जो fertilizer की use efficiency is very less. For example, if we're talking about nitrogen, it is really goes beyond 50%. If we're talking about phosphorus, rarely goes beyond 30%. If you are talking about potassium, it rarely goes beyond 70%. If you are talking about micronutrient, it rarely goes beyond 5%. So, fertilizer use efficiency of conventional fertilizer is very low, and low fertilizer use efficiency create different kind of problem for human being. For example, if you are going for nitrogen, then 70% nitrogen get lost and reach to the water body, and it creates blueberry disease. It creates wastage of money. 100 kg nitrogen you are applying and only utilized by 30 kg. So 70 kg get lost. It is economically problem. It is health wise problem, environment problem, all kind of problem is there if your nutrient use efficiency is low. So we are just talking about how fertilizer can convert into nano fertilizer which supply the nutrient is with high nutrient efficiency, more than it. So these are three kind of fertilizer, nano fertilizer. One fertilizer is nanoparticle internalized in plant system. What is the meaning of this nanoparticle internalized in the plant system? Such type of nanoparticle which trigger your cell and excite them for better performance. For example, Baba Ramdev Anulom Bilom. You are inhale and exhale oxygen in your body, and without taking anything, your body cells get excited and work more efficiently. So similar thing happens with the application of nanoparticle to the plant, and the plant cell system internalize and activated with these nanoparticles. So this is one category of nanofertilizer named as nanofertilizer object. The second category of nanofertilizer is additive. Means you add something. For example, you add nanomaterial with the nitrogen, and nitrogen is required for the chlorophyll synthesis. So these, as a delivery vehicle, you can say nitrogen is required for the chlorophyll synthesis. Your nanomaterial take the nitrogen and deliver it to the site of chlorophyll synthesis. So this is a second kind of nanofertilizer, and you can say this is the nanoparticle additive fertilizer or nano delivery based fertilizer. Third category of nanofertilizer is nanoscale coating or host material. So nanoscale coating or host material means you cover your traditional fertilizer with nanomaterials, nano lecithin, nano chitosan, nano zeolite. There are so many materials. You cover you encapsulate these material in this nanomaterial, and these nanomaterial have capability to release the desired nutrients when plant required are automatically. So these three categories: automatic release and control, or you can say intelligent release of nutrients. So this is the third category of nanofertilizers. So these three are the categories of nanofertilizers. Then you come to how nanoparticle trigger the cell. Our first category of nanoparticles. And you see, there is a basic fundamental of nanoparticle application in the plant, that is find, fight, and follow. Means if you are applying the iron nanoparticles, it will reach that place, this place. This is your, what is this? This is your space. Then when you are apply zinc oxide nanoparticles, it will reach to the back wall. Then some nanoparticle cross the root hair, some nanoparticles cross the epidermis, some nanoparticles cross the cortex, some nanoparticles cross the endodermis. Means this is a very obligate type of nature of nanoparticles. Iron nanoparticles cross, if cross epidermis, is always cross epidermis. Zinc nanoparticle, if it cross metaxylem, it always cross metaxylem. Means this is a very fixed. The target is fixed of these nanoparticles. So if you are interested to excite the cell of epidermis, you go for these nanoparticles. If you are interested to excite the root hair of the crop, you can use for these nanoparticles, and that act as the internalized plant, targeted or controlled internalized system of the plant. So this is the essence of nanoparticle. Now come to the any question? Ita, any question? Now second type of nanofertilizer is delivered to the active site of the plant. As I take an example of nitrogen. Nitrogen is required for chlorophyll synthesis, and chlorophyll nitrogen encapsulated material deliver the nitrogen to the chlorophyll site of chlorophyll. For example, lithobit is a material which is covering the carbon dioxide, and they release the carbon dioxide in stroma. Lithobit is a commercial material. So once your carbon dioxide level increase in a particular site, its use efficiency will increase. So lithobit is an example here for second category of nanofertilizer. Then third category of nanofertilizer, automatic control or intelligent release of nutrients. You see in this figure how plants feel hungry. So, like human being, if you feel hunger, some metabolite release in our body system, which make sense to our brain, and our brain search food for fulfill our hunger, satisfy our hunger demand. Same thing happens with the plant. And suppose plant is suffering from nitrogen stress, it releases certain metabolites in rhizosphere, their rhizosphere, and take the nitrogen from rhizosphere. So nano coated fertilizer, what happens in organic sugar and complex of this nano fertilizer, they are very sensitive to that particular metabolites which released by the plant into the atmosphere. So suppose your plant is hungry, then what happens? The nano fertilizer aperture will open and release the nutrients and supply to the nutrient to the plant, and plant demand get, once plant get demand gets satisfied, then it is stopped to release the metabolites in their rhizosphere, and that can be sensed by your nano fertilizer and automatically close the aperture. So means provide as per the plant demand. ये उतना ही न्यूट्रिएंट रिलीज करेगा जितना पौधे की जरूरत होगी. पौधे की जरूरत पूरी हुई, इसने अपने आप को दोबारा बंद कर लिया कि अब हम नहीं रिलीज करेंगे. So this is the third kind of nutrient release in the nano fertilizer. Then there are these three, what I am saying, third kind means automatic or intelligent system. So these are the mechanism, four way they are releasing the nitrogen in the system. One is trigger release. Trigger release means if change in pH, temperature, moisture, pressure, or any such kind of difference between rhizo environment and nano fertilizer placing. If there is a difference in pH, it releases the nutrients and maintain the pH and fulfill the demand of your plant. Sustained release. It is not associated with the pH or any other kind. Sustained means it is released it releases the nutrient in continuous matter over the crop period. Burst release. One time burst, release the material and close them. And combination of these four mechanisms by which nano fertilizer release the nutrient in the environment. Now come to the how we have already discussed. This is the burst release, this is your sustained release, this is your intelligent release. So these three are techniques how to make the nano fertilizer and how they release the nutrients in the system. These are the mechanism for releasing the nutrient in the system. Now this is a basic concept of nano fertilizer and nanotechnology. Now I just want to discuss my journey of nano research. So I started my journey of nanotechnological research when I was pursuing my undergraduate program. 1993, I was pursuing my undergraduate program, and I was just attending a conference where first time I heard about something beyond micro. In 1998, an article was published in Nature, Gold Production Through Mustard. It was an article published in Nature in 1998. And fortunately, I find this literature, and then I came to know the mustard is not only produce oil, it can also produce the gold, and real mechanism behind this is the, at that time I was not knowing it is nanotechnology, but now I can say it is a kind of nanotechnology. Then 2007, yoga and nanotechnology. Baba Ramdev and Lom Bilom, we have already taken the example, and village tradition. you can say village tradition. So village tradition, we know na chutney. We are daily use chutney in our daily food habit. Chutney is an example of nanotechnology. If I'm making chutney from the big material to small pieces, and it decide the taste of chutney. For example, if you are making chutney with the help of your grinder and making chutney with the help of your silbatta, your chutney of silbatta will be more tastier than the grinder. So why it's so? It is just involvement of nanotechnology. Our test bed is having size around 50 to 100 nanometers. And when your chutney size, chutney particle size is ranging between 50 to 100 nanometer, it will directly taken by your test bud. If your chutney particle size more than 100 nanometer, your test bud cannot take it directly. And some portion will taken by test bud, and what happen with your grinder, your particle size will be too varied. So village tradition. Then I reached to my first experiment, real experiment. I was started my first master student in 2010. Artificial photosynthesis. How to boost the photosynthesis in the plant, because whole game of agriculture is to attract more and more photosynthesis, to utilize, to explore more and more photosynthesis. So how we can artificially
I'm begging you,
utilize
stop
more
using
and more
ChatGPT
solar
and
radiation
Canva
for
like a children's
photosynthesis.
toy. AI
We
will
start
create
my work on the artificial
present and you click on
photosynthesis in
present and you
2010,
share the same
and then
screen,
several work
2,
we
which
have done
is the current
up
screen
to
we're on.
2060.
We're going
I
to
will
have
share
the
some
screen 2, which is
result
and you
of
click
some
on
of
present
our
and you share the same.
findings.
So of course, if
So
you want to
our work,
present and you click on
artificial
present
photosynthesis,
and
seed
you share the same
modification,
screen,
nano
screen 2,
minerals,
which is the current screen
abiotic
we're on,
stress,
we're going
nanotechnology
to
and
have
cycle
the
micro,
infinity mirror
plasma
in a
technology,
moment. So as you can see,
alternative
we have
source
the
of
infinity mirror
traditional plant
and it says
nutrition,
to avoid an
nano urea.
infinity
We have
mirror,
developed nano
don't share
urea,
your
nano rock
entire
phosphate,
screen
nano
or browser
gypsum, nano
window.
pyrite, and
Share
currently we
just
are
a
involved
tab
in
or a different window
development of
instead.
nano
So, of
potassium
course, we can
and
dismiss
nano
this, and after
phosphorus from
dismissing it,
biological sources.
bought the main window which we have
So
our
this is a
browser.
glimpse
So we're
of
going to
my
click on
research and formulation and synthesis. This site in our group, our lab, formulate these amount, and field and lab study were done. Nano TiO2, nano zinc, nano gypsum, nano hydroxide. These are the field study has been done on this. Then this is the first, my first experiment. When I start my nanoparticle research, at that time there were no 2010. There were no literature or very rare literature on nanoparticles. So by the concept, by utilizing the concept of chutney, we make our first nanoparticle. I failed to achieve its size, exact size comes under nano range, but I start with the work in this way. So this is our first work which I started in 2010. This is the transmission electron microscopy image and zeta sizer of our nano gypsum, which is produced in our lab, which was produced in our lab. Then similarly, you see, this was my first student. He is from Rajasthan. He started his work in 2010, and we have developed a permanent field block on nano fertilizer in 2010, and it is very unique site in the country which have subjected to nano fertilizer experiment since 2010, 16 years continuously. It is only one site in the country. Nobody are having such kind of site in the country, whole country, which have 16 year vast experience and legacy of nano fertilizer. So this is the site, and this is my student. We start the work. Then you see, as I said, artificial photosynthesis. So artificial photosynthesis, what happened? Photosynthesis is process of light and light and dark reaction. In light reaction, there are two major mechanisms: photosystem second and photosystem first. In photosystem second, photolysis of water is there, which require your manganese or any other you can say activator for photolysis. So here we use nano titanium dioxide to activate more and more photolysis of water, release more and more oxygen is released, and more reducing power is released. The concept behind this was that, and we found that it is able to eliminate one fertilizer, one nutrient, NPK. Either you can reduce, you can eliminate one kind of nutrient, either N or P or K. And my main target was P and K only. But the concentration is the very important things in the when I was working on nano titanium dioxide. We have taken 0.02% or 200 ppm, 400 ppm, and 600 ppm. When you are applying the recommended dose of this is all about wheat crop. When you are applying the recommended dose of nitrogen, you can go use up to 600 ppm of nanoparticles. But when you are eliminating or excluding the nutrient for nitrogen and phosphorus application only, or nitrogen or potassium application only, then your crop is subjected to the toxic effect of nanoparticle, and you must reduce your concentration. That would be either 400 or 200. Means nanoparticle application is very much concentration specific and situation specific application. If your concentration and situation is changed, its impact and its effect 100% change. So this is artificial photosynthesis experiment. Now gypsum, I saw the TM image of gypsum. So seed treatment, you can find by application of nano gypsum, the germination percent, root length and shoot length increase with the application of nano gypsum as compared to normal gypsum and control. So this is another experimental result. Then seed modification. What's happened? Water entry in the seed is the basic initiation to germinate the seed. Sometimes water absorption by the seed is hampered by different kind of region, and water entry in the seed is performed through the micropyle. What's happened in this experiment? Our student try to increase the number of pores on seed surface to increase more and more water intake even under water scarce condition. Less amount of water, because water has become a scarce commodity. We need to think about rain-fed condition or water scarce condition. So can we go for the philosophy of this experiment was, can we modify the seed which can boost its germination under water scarce condition or maximum. So we taken these titanium dioxide nanoparticle, zinc nanoparticle, chitosan and nickel nanoparticle, and wheat seed modification was there, and we found that chitosan nanoparticle was good option to increase the water uptake for the germination. So this is another experiment. Then this is a maize crop. The same experiment conducted in the maize crop with different fertilizer dosage, and we find that titanium dioxide is much more better than other in sense of saving the nutrient dosage. Then abiotic stress. Heat stress is the major problem for wheat crop. or we induce the heat stress by sowing the wheat crop in December 20, December 30 and January 9. And heat stress at the time of grain filling stage is the major problem of wheat, and we try to make a solution through the nano fertilizer application to manage these stress at the time of grain formation. And for this we use potassium chloride, which is a normal, nanochitosan, nanozeolite, nanoclay and alginic acid. And we find that nanozeolite and nanoclay, nano alginic acid, nano chitosan, they were producing good result when your crop is going to the January. In case of this, again they are producing good result as compared to control. So application of nanozeolite, and these applications were done at 90 days stage of crop growth, means just before the anthesis. And we find it can be helpful to alleviate the impact of negative impact of heat stress to grain. Then this is a very marvelous experiment done by my student, PhD student. You know, there are so many things. Biofertilizer is available in the market, and the biofertilizer impact in the lab was totally different. Is totally different the impact or effect of biofertilizer in field condition, because there is a big competition between biofertilizers or microinoculants with the native rhizo microinoculants. So we are adding the strength to that particular microbes. This is the microbiology student we add nano gypsum with microbial inoculants isolated in the lab, and this is the self-explanatory result how nano addition is working on maize crop with bioinoculant or microbiological addition. So this is self-explanatory. Your crop will be good if you are going to add nano gypsum with your biofertilizer. You can say simply it is a biofertilizer. If you are using nano gypsum with the biofertilizer, its impact will be better. So means nano fertilizer is also modulate the action of microbes either in rhizosphere or in your fertilizer material. Then how rhizosphere affected with the application of nano fertilizer? So we find that without nanoparticle and with nanoparticle, if you are going to use nanoparticle with the in combination with fertilizer, your bacteria, fungi and actinomycetes population will be higher in your soil, because it provoke the more and more photosynthetic release in the soil system. So by this way, the microbial growth of microbes nearby the rhizosphere will increase very dramatically. So this is another experimental finding, and this is a very new. Now here there is a very hue and cry of the conventional fertilizer: nitrogen, urea, DAP and phosphorus. Most of the time farmer is not getting these fertilizer for their application due to the shortage or crunch. So we one of my students worked on the alternative source: nano urea, nano DAP and nano potassium. Nano urea we are taken from IFCO, nano DAP were taken from IFCO, nano potassium was synthesized in our own lab. And you see the result. Visual, sorry, I think visual result here. You see the visual result. If you are going to apply the nano DAP or nano potassium, you can exclude the application of conventional MOP and DAP. If you are applying nano urea with nano DAP with nano potassium, it would be a better option for the conventional phosphorus, nitrogen and potash. Then this is the urea developed by the IFCO, and what I wish to say, sometimes there is a very hue and cry related to nano urea across the country. Here is a conventional urea. You see the year of invention in 1823. बट क्या आपको पता है कि एक्चुअल कन्वेंशनल यूरिया का इन्वेंशन कब हुआ था? इट वाज 1727. It was I'm forgetting his name. I think name I'm forgetting. So 1727, and the king from Germany was penalized, punished him. How you can develop synthesized urea in lab? Before that period, urea, it was believed that organic can only be synthesized in living being. It cannot be synthesized in artificially in lab. So he was punished, and 100 years were taken to develop the conventional urea which nowadays we are using. And nano urea is just a 4 or 5 year bad game. There kind of research is undergoing on. It takes time, but its impact is really occurring at the field. So we must have, and what is the particle size? 32. It is not mine result, it is IFCO result. 32 nanometer, huge efficiency which we had talked, 85 to 90, 30 to 40. And so all are self-explanatory. Then how nano urea can be formulated? What is the essence of nano urea? So this is whole nano urea, the same amount of nano urea, the same 1 gram of urea, 1 molecule of urea may be produced 50,000 molecules of nano urea with the same implication of impact. So these are the just like a calculation. नैनो यूरिया एंड यूरिया कैलकुलेशन, सेल्फ एक्सप्लेनेटरी, कितना ग्राम मिलता है, इस पे मुझे ज्यादा नहीं करना है. ये इम्पैक्ट है नैनो यूरिया का बार्ले क्रॉप में, और पूरे कंट्री को बार्ले के 4 जोन में डिवाइड किया गया है. नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न प्लेन जोन, नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न प्लेन जोन, सेंट्रल जोन एंड नॉर्थ हिल जोन. एंड हियर is the red, orange and blue. These 3 are the application of nano urea, and this one is recommended dose of nitrogen. And all zones, nano urea or nano nitrogen is giving good result, and across the country more than 100 scientists were involved to conduct this experiment. Similarly, in case of wheat yield, across the zone we are finding good result on nano urea. And if there is no irrigation, nano urea is working well. And this is the self-explanatory. In all the zone, nano urea help to boost the yield of wheat with less irrigation. This is the summary of nano urea. In north zone, the impact of nano urea on wheat yield is around 1 to 10%. In case of east zone, it is 4.2 to 29%. In case of south zone, it is 2 to 96%. In case of west zone, it is 2.4 to 55%. So the impact of nano urea is much more higher where water is scarce. This is the impact of Pantnagar. And this is again an impact of Pantnagar. I think it is self-explanatory. Nano urea and nano DAP. And application of nano urea and nano DAP help to boost the production. Now this is my own product, nano potassium and crop yield. This is the much more information that if you are going to apply potassium in form of nano potassium, 900 ppm of nano potassium is equal to your 40 kg of potassium supplied through muriate of potash. And these 900 potassium, these nano potassium was developed from biological sources, or you can say agro waste. So this is the impact of nano potassium, and this is the impact of again potassium and phosphorus everywhere in nano. And then this is the most important. In scientific fraternity, everybody is asked how 20 gram of nitrogen fulfill the demand of 40 kg of nitrogen. If one bottle is equal to 50 kg of nitrogen. So this is the reason how one bottle is IFCO is contributing nitrogen, contributing to the crop. This is the one result. I think this is last slide. Study of nano over conventional fertilizer, subsidies, non-subsidy, weight, price, nutrient content, application rate per acre. आप इसको पढ़ लीजिए, इसमें कुछ विशेष नहीं है, सेल्फ एक्सप्लेनेटरी है. And overall the future, by considering the future of fertilizer in country and their negative impact on human health, we need to think for nano fertilizer experiment. And every year we have 8 to 10 experiment on nano fertilizer. So all are different results, self-explanatory. These are results, our experimental results. And this is the 1 acre field land demonstration of nano urea. And we have some visits in my nanotechnology lab, my field, and some official visiting in there. So this is my lab, this is my student, Alok Jara, who worked on the alternative nano fertilizer work. Then this is the farmer always visit to our field, and I am very much thankful to them, and thank to you all for patiently listen to me. Thank you once again. Thank you, and question is always welcome.
Thank you very much, sir, for such enlightening and forwarding thinking keynote. Your perspective and nanotechnology and nanoparticle have opened new horizon for us in sustainable agriculture. We now invite to engage directly with Dr. Kumar. Please feel free to unmute your mic and ask your question, please. Dear participants, you can ask your question with unmuting your mic, please.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, Bikram ji.
Can we reduce the farming cost by using the nanotechnology, sir?
Pardon?
Can we reduce farming cost by using the nanotechnology?
Definitely, we can reduce the farming cost by using nanotechnology.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Definitely. And how we can reduce, I showed in my slide.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Subsidy is going to curtail by the government, and once subsidy is removed, then it is definitely normal urea will be costlier than nano urea.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, one question arises in chat box. Advantage and disadvantage of nanotech.
Advantage and disadvantage of nanotech. Okay, advantage means there are so many advantages. Like if we are talking about fertilizer case, increased input nutrient use efficiency, save environment, save human health, save your water. I saw my experiment. And disadvantage is only in case of nano fertilizer. There are two kind of nano fertilizer or nano particles. One is metal based nanoparticle and another is non-metal based nanoparticle. So while you are going to use metal based like titanium dioxide, zinc, iron, copper, so if your size is bigger in metal based nanoparticle, it creates genotoxicity in human being, or it creates toxicity to living being or food material. This is only problem which we face or all scientists are facing. And second thing is nanoparticle is a very high in the science. Sometimes farmer would not applying it very carefully. It requires very careful application. Then its impact cannot be occur. For example, nano fertilizer work only when full foliage of plant is there. If there is no plant foliage, nano fertilizer will not work. And farmer apply, हमें apply करना है खेत में, foliage नहीं है तब भी apply कर देता है, फिर कहता है कि हमें नैनो का तो कोई रोल नहीं है, हमारा अच्छा नहीं काम कर रहा है. जोशी जी कुछ लिख रहे हैं, एक बार आप पढ़ देंगे?
Yes, sir, sure, sir. Why is not nanotechnology being widely used even though it is more advantageous?
What I said, the conventional urea takes 100 years to come in the system. So with the time it will widely be used. Now the person across the world is using nanomaterials, nano fertilizers. So it is widely using, and future is very better because scientists are just changing or taking care of the problem associated with the farmers' use of nano fertilizers. It is widely using, and claiming that crores of the bottles sold by the IFCO annual.
One more question, sir. Who can afford nano fertilizers? Who? Just Soham Malik has asked, who can afford nano fertilizers?
Any farmer can afford. It is hardly 25 rupees better for 1 acre.
And what way of helpful for entomology field?
Yeah, this is the important thing. One of my colleagues is working on the entomology, and they develop different kind of nano materials with your oil. How oil repel the insect. I'm not expert on entomology, but they are using to nano material to very good evening.
Sir, I searched for your LinkedIn account, sir, but I could not find it.
Oh. At what name?
Satya Prakash.
I will
Okay,
say,
sir.
but I am not on LinkedIn.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Question from about environmental safety of using nano fertilizers.
What about environmental safety?
Yes, sir.
So if you understand environmental threat, then you can understand the environmental safety. For example, if you are applying conventional nitrogen, 30% utilized by the crop, 70% goes to environment, either atmosphere through volatilization or water body through leaching. In case of 40 kg of 22 kg of nitrogen can fulfill by the 20 gram of nitrogen. So this is such a teeny amount of nitrogen would not influence the environment, and environment will be safe. Environmental safety can be secured by this way because the very less amount of nanoparticle nanofertilizer is used for the raising the crop. So less amount, less losses, more prevention of environment. Eutrophication losses can be checked, volatilization losses can be checked, your other losses can be checked, denitrification losses can be checked. So all which contribute to the environmental threatening. So this can be utilized by this can be taken care by the nano fertilizer, application of nano fertilizer.
Yes, sir. One Anand Satpute, one question. Can you help me like nanotech in pesticide and pesticide?
Definitely, I can help you. You can take my phone number and call me. Okay, because I'm not a expert of pesticide, but I can help you. I can help you for your own target, what you want to achieve.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for patiently addressing every question with such clarity and depth. And thank you, participant, for your active engagement. Your curiosity makes this session truly dynamic. As we conclude day 5 of UNNAT KRISHI 2026, we express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Rajiv Kumar for sharing his expertise and visionary outlook. We also extend sincere thanks to Mr. Shivendra Pratap Rathore and Dr. Gurpreet Singh for their continuous support and coordination in making this program a success. And of course, a big thank you to all of our participants. You are the heart of this program. Tomorrow, we continue this journey with even more knowledge, more innovation, and inspiration. Until then, stay inspired, stay connected, and let us keep working together for a smarter, greener, and more sustainable agriculture future. Good evening, and thank you all. Dear
Thank you, one and
participants,
all.
you may leave this session. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And one YouTube channel is also available. YouTube live is also available here. You can join them also. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.